Hey everybody, it's me Stacey here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, and it is time for Saturday with Stacey, YouTube number 197. Yes, we are almost to YouTube number 200. Holy smokes, artichokes. Now, I need to let you know that I am a wee bit sick. I've got something going on here and my throat is just so the SMS staff they've been giving me Halls and Ludens and Ricola and trying to have me drink herbal stuff and tea and everybody's got a remedy. So the only thing I haven't taken is like a Dayquil because I was afraid I would just be too much. Yes, there is too much Stacey. I totally get it. Now, I've got a wonderful YouTube for you today. We have got the next release of Simply Refined dies, and the collection is called The Flip Side, and there's a reason it's called The Flip Side, and I can't wait to show you because, again, I wanted to give you as many options as I possibly could, and I understand that there's a budget for most of us. Holy smokes, artichokes. I can't tell you the overwhelming response I got to my last YouTube. I had no idea what was going to come out. I didn't even really know that was going to come out last YouTube because I have no script. There's no like teleprompter or monitor. It's just me and you. And I just say what's from my heart. And to have so many comments, so many people understand me. Thank you. Really, thank you. Because I was braced for whatever was going to come my way, and I was prepared for whatever was going to come my way. But you just understood that there are so many things that are in need in this life. You need to have a safe place to live. You need to be able to provide food and shelter and clothing for you and your family. You need to keep the lights on. There's so many things that you need. You need gas to get to work and back. And at the end of the day, we have so many needs that at the end of the day, you should be able to afford a want or two. And that's where I'm coming from. Everybody deserves to afford a want. And scrapbooking and card making and crafting, when it comes right down to it, it's a want. If it comes down to me having to buy new shoes for my kids or a new die, well, there's no question about what I'm going to do. But hopefully with the way we think here, there is something at the end of the day that you can afford and you can want to have. And we all work so hard that it's nice at the end of the day, at the end of the week, when you've doled out all of the need payments, that at the end of the day you look and you say, oh, we have something left to want. And that want can be going to the movies with your family or going to the dollar bowling alley. It's whatever you want. So that's where I come from, and that's totally my dad. I'm my mom, and we try, and that is my dad. Just try, Stacey. Just try. You have to keep trying. So thank you for understanding that, and thank you for blessing me with so many kind words. I was worried. And for those of you who maybe didn't fully get it, I appreciate your words too. Not everything can be roses and sunshine all the time. I understand that. So I take what you say and I try to make things better. I read them and I try to do better. And I just know I am who I am. So I'm okay with that right now. I'm okay with that. Holy smokes. Today, too much going on. Between the new dies from Simply Refined, I have got a new A4 Contour Plus die. Nope, you don't need to have any special machine like the Plus or the Pro. If you've got a Big Shot machine, a Big Kick machine, a Vagabond machine, a Sizzix Vintage machine, a Cuddlebug machine, a Grand Caliber machine, you can use these dies. You don't have to have anything special, any wide die cut. I've got them so that you're going to be able to get it right through your machine. I also have an A4 embossing folder, and for that, sorry, you're going to need at least a 8.5, 9-inch wide machine. So a Plus from Sizzix, a Pro from Sizzix, a Grand Caliber, anything that's got that width. I've got Winter Chicken Dinner to talk about. So if you are wanting to be a winner chicken dinner, you just have to watch the YouTube, subscribe to Scrapbooking Made Simple, and then post a comment on this YouTube. As long as it's kind, I'll approve it. I will approve it as long as it's nice. This is off limits, but anything else is pretty much good to go. In fact, you know what I think I'm going to have you comment? I spoke to soon about my car last week. I told you I have a 2004 Suburban. It is completely and totally paid for. It is dented to the hilt, little door dings and dents in the bumper, but it is mine and it is paid for. We've been having trouble with the air conditioning, and I've had it fixed probably 3 times over the last year and a half. And in sunny California, when it's 113 degrees out, you can't go without air conditioning. My dad said roll down the windows, but you know what? When I was 12, that was okay. I'm 48. It's not so much okay anymore. I need air conditioning in my car. And so the blower motor completely went out, and this isn't the first time we've replaced it. So I'm hoping the mechanic can do something, and it's not going to be too much money, because I did go and look at new cars and my mouth dropped. I haven't looked at a new car. We haven't bought a new car since 2004. Holy smokes, artichokes. The salesman literally had to lift my chin up when I saw the prices of new cars. Oh, even the price of used cars. Oh. So I'm thinking to myself, well, the Suburban is probably completely out of the ballpark. So I was looking at a Ford Flex, because I need room for my kids, and I need room to cart stuff back from CHA. But I thought about maybe leasing. I've never leased a car in my entire life. My dad has instilled a few things in me. Your house is not a bank. You don't borrow against your house. I mean, he really did. Now, I know people do home improvements and all sorts of things, and sometimes you have to. I know I had to borrow against a 401k once, and I didn't want to do that either. But necessity demanded I did. And now the 401k is just gone. So anyway, he said, you buy your car, you buy it outright, you buy what you, well, not outright, you buy what you can afford, and that way when you're done making payments, it's yours. So I've never leased a car before. All right, people. Those of you who have Ford Flexes, tell me if you like them or not. And those of you who have leased a car ever, tell me if you like it or not. I am so nervous about leasing a car. I'm worried because I've never done it before. And I like not having a car payment. I like paying it off and then driving it until the thing just doesn't drive anymore. That's who I am. I'm that girl. I don't need a fancy schmancy car. I'm good. Does it get me where I'm going? Yes. Is it beautiful? Heavens no, but it's paid for. So you tell me if you have a Ford Flex, if you like it, and if you've ever leased a car, and if you liked it or didn't. And if you don't apply to any of those, then just post something happy. All right, I'm gonna read off winner chicken dinner for today, and these are the folks who won from YouTube number 196, which is the Dot and Do from Find It Trading. So each of you is gonna win one of those collections. So that's like a $31 value, and you're going to be able to make 12 cards. If you are Robin Lyons, congratulations, Robin Lyons. You're a winner chicken dinner here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. But you're not alone. You have a friend. Are you ready? Oh, well, I think these people are already winners. I do. The name is Mimi. Memi, lover of Chris. Well, the fact that Memi loves Chris, I think they've already won. Chris, whoever you are a lucky person to have somebody who cares so much about you. That's wonderful. But Memi, lover of Chris, you're still going to get a prize from Scrapbooking Made Simple. Wahoo, ka-choo. How do you claim your prize? Go to scrapbookingmadesimple.com, look for the link that says winner chicken dinner under our logo, click it, follow the instructions, and as time permits, Dale and Kayla send out prize packages, and one day you will open your mailbox and there it will be, a little bit of Scrapbooking Made Simple happiness. All right, Memi, lover of Chris, who I think right there, that makes you a winner chicken dinner. And Robin Lyons, congratulations. Don't forget to claim your prize. You have 30 days to claim it, and then it goes into the pile of unclaimed prizes that we use for our anniversary sale. All right, I'm going to tilt on down. We're going to get started for today. I'm going to explain to you why I named this collection The Flip Side, and The possibilities are they're truly endless. We're going to start with that, and then I'm going to move to the A4 die that is not an A4 die. You're going to be able to use it in your Big Shot machine or Big Kick machine or Cuttlebug machine, and then I'll show you the new embossing folder. Okay, are we ready to start for today? Good. Bye, everybody. Down we go. So funny. I don't watch my YouTubes back because I'm very critical. So I never watch my YouTubes back. So I'm not 100% sure what I say all the time, but hopefully it all is okay. All right, this is the free make and take that they're doing downstairs. This is one of them. We did it. They're able to pick their colors and they're able to pick their dies. Why? Because we called it the flip side. Aren't these cute? So all of these are downstairs. We've got lots of ladies downstairs and maybe a few guys coming in to do the free make and take. And if you are anywhere in sunny California, we want you to join us. Come be a part of Scrapbooking Made Simple on Saturday. We always have a free make and take for you. And we start at 9 a.m. and we go until about 1, 2 o'clock, which is when I usually get a little tired, or until we run out of product. Because I'm the one who hosts the free make and take every Saturday. So it's me and you having a great time. Now, I'm going to start with 2 collections. I'm going to start with the 2 sets that are horizontal sets. We have 2 sets that are horizontal. And we have 2 sets that are vertical. So you can see that that's vertical. Those 2 sets are vertical. Whereas this one is a horizontal set. Now, if you buy all 4 sets, you get them for the $59.99. $59.99 makes them $14.99 each. If you buy them open stock, they're $19.99. But if you're going to buy 3, you might as well just get the I Want It All because you're going to get that 4th one for free. All right, I'm going to move these out of my way, and I'm going to go ta-da! Poof! There they are. Okay, why are they called the flip side? First off, each die has 5 dies to it. So there's a frame die, 2 frame dies actually. Each has 2 frame dies. And each die has 2 different decor dies, 2 different styles. And then each die has 1 swoosh. Nike, don't get me in trouble. I'm not trying to copyright or anything. It's just, it's a swirl, it's a swoosh. Okay, so 5 dies. Then we've got this 5 dies over here. 2 frame dies. Two decor dies. And a swoosh. Now, the frame dies are all different. The frame dies in all 4 are different. They all have a different edge. This one has a straight edge to it. So it's going to cut straight. Well, it's going to cut a straight edge. This one's got a little stitched edge to it. So when you cut it, it's going to cut little stitches into the finished paper. This one up here has got little dots in it. So if you were to buy both of these sets, none of the dies overlap. Everything is different, so you have lots of opportunity. But why are they called the flip side? Well, to begin with, you can mix and match, and you can flip. So if I wanted to take this die here and cut that out with a straight edge on my card, and I wanted it to be there, but then I wanted to use the same die again and flip it up here, but I wanted to use the dotty edge, I just flip it and pick a different edge. And that's why they're called the flip side, because you can mix and you can match. Not only can you mix and match here, but you can mix and match here. I could take my swooshes and mix them and match them. I could take my top here and my top here and put that one there and move this one here. And I could just do that and not put a die in this one at all. And just leave that as is. I'm going to show you what that does. I could get rid of this one and have this combination. Or I could get rid of this one and have this combination. And I'll show you what that looks like. Or I could get rid of all of these and just do a whole layer of swooshes on my cards and just keep cutting it in and making a pattern into my cardstock. There is so much to be done, so that if you have two sets, if you have the two matching sets, you've got the opportunity to make so many different elements. And again, it's not just for card making. This is for scrapbooking and for mixed media. And I want to show you how it all works. So I'm going to use my little diamond over here. I think I'm going to keep some of my edges handy. Use some of my little diamond. And okay, I think I'll play with these for right now. Okay, so I'm gonna keep some of my frames, and I've got some of my flip sides. And again, everything mixes and matches. Now this is a die, all the frames, I have a die cut all the way around, so it's got an edge all the way around. So when I put this onto a piece of paper and I cut it out, it's going to cut that die out. It's actually going to cut that paper right out. However, these are decor dies. And what does that mean? That means that there's no cutting edge all the way around. There's no cutting edge. It's all built into, all the cuts are built into the design. So if I put it here and I send it through my machine, it's not going to cut this piece out. It's going to cut this design into the paper. Into the paper. Does that make sense? All right, let me show you how it's done so that it makes a little sense to you. Now I've got my Big Shot machine, and I have got my magnetic platform and my precision base plate. I'm going to tell you that if you do not have a magnetic platform, one, don't worry. Just use the multi-purpose platform that came with your machine, whether it be the extended or the smaller version, which is about this size. Just remember to keep your platform completely closed. Don't open up any tabs, because you're working with a wafer style die. Wafer style. So if you don't have a magnetic platform because it doesn't come with your machine, it's a sold separately purchase, then you've still got your platform that you can work with, your extended or your regular multi-purpose platform. However, if you do not have a precision base plate to do these intricate dies, you really do need a precision base plate. And most of my dies are very intricate. Now the frames aren't intricate at all. And we would not use the precision base plate with this frame. If we were to use the precision base plate and send it on through our machine, our die is going to start to warp. And we don't want that. So we only use the precision base plate when we are using intricate things. And Ellison Sizzix does not recommend that you use this on top of your magnetic platform. That is your decision. I am not endorsing it. I am just saying I do it. I don't know, it's just easier. But the thought is that it could it could break your magnets inside. It's up to you. That's a personal decision whether you're willing to take the chance or not. I personally have never had it happen, but again, that's a personal thing to you. So I have got my precision base plate with my metal facing me. Whether it be on top of a magnetic platform or a multi-purpose platform, that metal needs to be facing me. If I can read the directions on the other side, there's directions on the other side. If I can read the directions on the other side, I'm doing it wrong. That's wrong. You need that metal to be facing you. Then I am going to take one of my card base, my little cards, which I've cut. And I'm just going to line this right up there. And then I'm going to take a cut plate. So this one's been, you can see it's been used. I usually use this one with my precision base plate because it does leave an embossing in there. That's because the pressure, that die is biting into that metal, cutting the paper really nice. And then I'm going to send it on through. Now I'm going to rotate, quarter turn, and send it on back. That way my die cuts perfectly. And all my little bits and pieces fall out. Oh yeah, my bits and pieces are falling out. So this is where I'm at. Now I'm going to take my little Sizzix tool and I'm just going to give it a little bit, and you can see oh, I'm sorry, Mr. SMS, your carpet is going to be quite speckled. But everything falls out. Can you see? Oh my. Let me get rid of some of this. Can you see how the die cut into the paper as opposed to cutting out of the paper? Now I could finish. I could just be done with that. Back it on another piece and do something down here. And that could be the only design I add to my my card if that's what I wanted. But what if I want to cut the whole piece out? All right, let's do it again. I'm going to bring my Big Shot machine back over. I'm going to bring my paper back over. I'm going to line it up. And I'm going to send it on through. Again, using my precision base plate, which is allowing that die to really bite into the metal of that precision base plate and cut through that paper. Is it going to hurt your die? No, it isn't going to hurt your die. That's what it was made for, and it was made by Sizzix. And you know Sizzix, Ellison, they are the leader in die cut machines as far as we're concerned. We haven't yet found a machine that we like better. I'll tell you though, I've been playing with a lot of machines lately just to play because so many machines have come out on the market. But so far we're still standing tried and true with our Big Shot machine. All right. Pull that off. Get my little bits and pieces out. So if you have a child in sports and you needed confetti, this is a very easy way to accomplish that. Oh my goodness. All right. So this is where I'm at now. But I told you that I wanted to cut this piece, one of these, out. Gosh, I probably should have left myself a little bit of room, but that's okay. That's where I'm going to make a trade. Instead of using the magnetic platform with a precision base plate, I'm just going to use a magnetic platform. No precision base plate on top. If you have a multi-purpose platform, yes, you can absolutely use that. It doesn't have to be a magnetic platform. I'm going to take one of my edges and I'm going to line it up and I'm going to send it through. It really is a one roll type of thing. You're not going to have to rotate it because this is a frame die, and a frame die is an open die. It's an easy die. It cuts really simple. Not a lot of work involved to get it out. Of course, if you've got a precision base plate with your intricate dies, you'll find that you don't have to work for those either. Put it in. Now, if I had kept it on my precision base plate and sent it on through, it would zoop, zoop, it would warp. The die would warp. Does it hurt the die if you do that? No, it's okay. It's metal. You're just going to take it and kind of bend it back into place so that it's not as warped. The die is still going to work because I know we all get in a hurry and we want to be we want to see the result. We want the instant moment. So sometimes it'll happen. Don't beat yourself up over it. Just straighten out your die a little bit and you'll be okay. Now, I've cut that piece out. But I have also cut that piece out. Are you seeing all the different things you can do? I haven't even played with the swoosh yet. And I've got two pieces. I've got a die cut out. I've got a die cut in. I haven't even played with the frames yet, just the frames all by themselves. Let's just cut. Let's cut two different frames. And send those on through. Don't need my precision base plate. What if you just wanted them as mats? Now I have two mats. But what if I wanted to layer that on top? And put a sentiment up here. You have so many different options, and each one of these mats has a different edge to it. This one's got the little stitched edge, this one's a straight edge. You can do whatever makes your heart happy because the dies will flip back and forth. I could cut this out of here. Let's just do that. Let's do it really fast. Move that out of the way, bring my precision platform back over. I'm gonna do this super fast so you can see. So I've got my die. I'm gonna cut. Hopefully I don't move it, but we're gonna go with it and you're gonna go with me on this. And let's do just a slight rotation. And send it back. And let's pop out some of the bits and pieces. I think that's good enough. You'll get the idea. So now I've got that. But remember I said they flip? What if I wanted to do the same style down here? It was done with a different background or a different frame die. The dies flip. So let's cut this one really fast. Everything flips and moves and I still haven't even gotten to the swoosh yet. So let's line this one up. Precision base plate. Send it on through. I'm gonna rotate it just a little bit so that it's not so that I'm not hitting that straight line against the roller. That way it doesn't make that huge loud ka-thump. And quick little rotate, just so the roller hits it in a new and unique way. use my little Sizzix tool. Although quite frankly, it all pretty much just falls out anyway. And now I've got it there. And I've got it there. Same die, top and bottom. Unless I don't want the same die, top and bottom. Then I can mix it up. Or I could have done this with that and had the green edge all the way around and layered in my brown. And we still haven't gotten to the swoosh. Is your mind going, oh, is it spinning? Because mine was when I was coming up with this concept of how we could incorporate it all and make it worthy of bringing it to you so that you got the most amount of opportunity to do different things. What if I wanted the orange on the top and the green on the bottom? It really is amazing what can be done with these. It's just fabulous. And again, you can do it just like this, or just like this, or just like that. It's entirely up to you. You don't have to have a frame around it at all. Let's put this one on the top. That way the butterfly is looking. I could have done that and then take my swoosh and if I want to, okay, there, had to think about that. Fit my swoosh in there and die cut that out. So let's see if I can do that without going off the wrong side. Okay, so let's bring this over. And I'm gonna put that one there. I'm gonna put that one there just for placement so I can kind of see where my swoosh needs to be. And am I gonna go backwards or upwards? So if I do it this way and this way and then this way, there we go. Now my swoosh will work. Let's get my swoosh for placement. I'm going to say that there's pretty good. My swoosh is a little detailed, so I'm going to, oh, I just moved it. Darn it. Let's try it on our magnetic platform without the precision base plate and see if I can get it to go. It's not as detailed as the dies, but it might be. So that one there, just for placement. That one there. And that one there. And I'm going to say close enough. I'm eyeballing it. I would normally put my swoosh in first. And let's see if I can get it to roll through without moving it too much. No, that seemed pretty good, don't you think? So I'm going to take these out now because my die is there. I'm going to rotate it. Oh, I think it did fine. Happy day! Happy day. Oh, it did! Oh! Okay. Don't get overly excited, right? The camera almost lost it. Sorry, guys, but look it got through no problem. Oh. And honestly, I didn't take any Dayquil. This is just, well, again, then I don't know what was in some of those herbal remedies, but it's all good. Then I could take this one and put that one there, and I could take this one and put that one there, and I could take this and back it. Okay, are we getting the idea? Pretty rock star, right? I could take these and just put these right on top and cut right into it, and everything that you would see would be green that comes through. I could take both of these and die cut them out, and what would happen is you just have the green background coming through. If you didn't want to layer and mix and match and all sorts of stuff. But I'm only using 2 die sets. Poor Elena and the storyboards. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I almost lost my camera. Okay. Elena and the storyboards, she just didn't even know where to start. So we've got rings for you. I'm going to send these both through at the same time. And my plate. And oh, I should have rotated it just a little bit. Why am I rotating it? Because if I try to do it on that straight edge, it'll cut, but it's going to make this very loud ka-thunk. And if you don't like that loud ka-thunk, you just angle the die a little bit so it takes the die in gradually on an angle, not all at once. And it really does make a world of difference. Sometimes that ka-thunk, people just get so nervous about it. Nope. Nope, I'm going to need to line it back up and send it on through again. Let's see if I can reline. That feels pretty good. Rotate it a little bit. And send it on back. Better. So now I could get rid of all of my little bits and pieces. And you get the idea, you don't need all of them out. And then put that on my green, and now just the green comes through. It's entirely up to you what you want to do. You have so many options with the collection. And again, I've only played with 2. I haven't played with the leaves or the sunburst at all. And I tried to make it kind of hard and soft. So something a little more geometric paired with something a little more pretty. And the reason I did that is because we need man cards. And I thought that the geometrics on the bottom, because they flip, because it's the flip side, and you get 2 geometric shapes in each set, well, in each, the horizontal and the vertical, that if you had them, you could mix them and match them and do some really awesome guy cards. Or you could mix them with the pretty. And so that's where the thought process came was, gosh, we need stuff for guys. You know, guys like cards too. And so if you took and you mixed and matched some of the more geometric, maybe that would be more of a guy card for somebody. So this is the flip side. And again, I'm playing with the dies that are horizontal. So there's one set, and don't worry, I have storyboards. And on the back we give you more ideas. And here's the other set. And then we have the 2 vertical sets. So everything in these sets also flip in with each other and interchange with each other. These 2 sets work together, and these 2 sets work together. And if you want to be able to do horizontal and vertical cards, then you get all 4 sets. Okay, I'm going to put these away, and I'm going to start with the A4 Contour Plus die. Oh my, yeah, a little bit of a mess. Alrighty. So, A4 Contour Plus. What did we do? We did doilies. We put them together so that you can make doilies. First off, you get all of those dies. All of them are included. And we are going to make corners. We can make pockets. We can make doilies. It's whatever makes our heart happy. And you can see the largest ones are not teeny tiny. The largest ones are not teeny tiny. They're perfect. Look at that. Cut 4 of these together, and my, oh my, what you have. We've had people, some of the SMS girls used them to make pockets. They've made complete doilies out of them. They've done half doilies for pages by putting 2 of them together, and you have got 7 different styles. This one looks a little snowflakey-ish. This one makes a half circle and then a full circle if you put it together. They just are beautiful and so easy and so varied in size, from the really big to much smaller, to where if you're not making a you don't want it to cover up your whole card and you just want to use it as a corner, you can use it as a corner. I have got the most beautiful album that Sharon did. She did an altered album, and she used them as, gosh, she used them in pockets and in pages. It was just beautiful. And these, again, they're very simple to cut. And no, you don't need to have anything special. Really, you don't. You can do them just on your big shot or your big kick. The size is, they're not so wide that you have to have a special machine to do them. I'm going to need a bigger piece of paper. All right, let's cut this one. I cut it twice if I do it careful enough. If I do it like that, I can. All right. So again, precision base plate. Absolutely. This is a detailed die without question. And it's going to cut all the way out. I've got my magnetic platform or my standard multi-purpose platform or my extended multi-purpose platform. I've got my die, and I'm just gonna roll it on through. Hopefully this time not get so excited. But my goodness, when we start designing these dies, when it starts, it's a long time before they finally get here. And when you finally see what the artwork has transformed into, from a flat piece of paper that just has sketches and drawings on them to a finished product, you can't help but get excited. So that's where I'm at. Pop that guy out, and let's get rid of some of my bits and pieces. Lots of bits and pieces. But again, I think you guys will be okay. We've got the storyboards. You don't need to sit here and watch me poke out all my little holes. And they're beautiful. And again, I did not get all my little bits and pieces out yet. Otherwise, we'll be here till tomorrow. Although I could. But anyway, that I digress. How beautiful is that? But let's cut it again. Let's do it again. And there you've got an awesome little stencil. Let's put it over here. And this time I'm going to just tear this piece off so I can rotate it a little bit better. Send it on through. Put it at a slight angle so that I don't hit that straight line against my roller and get that loud ka-thump. No ka-thump. Let's do a rotate. Hopefully I didn't move it, and send it on back. Little ka-thump. And you can see it's all beautifully cut. And then my pieces just start to kind of fall out. Do my little zoop on my little dots. You're like, what are you doing? I take my tweezers and I put my die in my hand and I run my tweezers along my little dots and they just pop out. But you have to do the sound effects too. You have to do the zoop. If you don't do it, it doesn't work, trust me. It's the sound effects that make it happen. Zoop. So anyway, I could sit there and pop all these bad boys out, but you get the idea. And now I have two. So now I have a half doily. And you're thinking, oh my goodness, that's huge. I'd never use anything that big. If you're a scrapbooker or you're into altered art or mixed media, oh yes, you will. And of course, if I added the other two to finish the other side, it's lovely, it's big. But okay, you're not a scrapbooker into mixed media. You can still use them for your cards. Let's see, where do I want it? Do I want it here? So if I took card frame here, put it on. You can absolutely use the largest one. This is an A2 card that I'm using right here, A2 card. Sentiment, ribbon, maybe a little bling. Absolutely you can do that. They're meant to be used as singles, they're meant to be used as corners, they're meant to be used as pockets. If you have a gift card and you want to throw a gift card in there, if you want to do a tag, heaven forbid, you could even put a little thing, a tea bag in there and make it darling. You could do just so much. If somebody's not feeling well, you could put some little instant chicken soup in there with a get well soon. Oh, so much to be done with these because of the size. I wanted to offer you several that were varying so that you could have the opportunity to mix and to match, and they all will form a doily at the end. If you put these two, you only have to put two of them together, of this one and this one. The rest of them, you put four of them together, and you've got all different sizes to work with. And it's $29.99. So that's $4 a die. $4 for something that I think you will find if you add it to your stash, if you add it to your crafting arsenal. These are useful. They're useful. They're not themed. They're not trendy, kind of where everybody's doing, you know, a certain type of look right now. These will last you the test of time. And you can share with your friends. I love the doily dies. I absolutely do. Just like I love my corner dies, because I think it gives you so many beautiful options to play with. I just think it does. And when I show you the samples, I think you'll agree. A sentiment, some ribbon, and you're done. And that's on an A2 card. And remember, I didn't pop out my bits and pieces. I didn't sit there and pop them all out. Storyboard has them all popped out, thanks to Elena. But by the time you're all done getting them all out, it's even more beautiful because all of it's just open and lacy. And so that is the Contour Plus die for Simply Refined. And I think that I think that you'll really enjoy it. I do. I think you'll really enjoy it. So let's move on, because I've got more. This time I'm going to need to bring up, maybe I'll cut one of the small ones just so you can see the difference. I'm going to cut one of the small ones very, very fast, just so you can see the difference. And maybe because I only showed you a big one. So let me cut this one super fast. It's the best way to get the most out of it. All right, that way. And roll it on through. And do a rotate. And roll it on back. And out it goes. And get rid of all of my little bits and pieces. And take my little tweezers and go zoop. And they all come out, zoop. Pop, pop, pop. But look at the size difference from the green. Look at the size difference. You could easily do 2 of these as opposite corners. Absolutely, you could easily do 2 of those. Can I get another one out? Ooh. By the hair of my chinny chin chin, let's try. One day there's actually going to be hair on my chinny chin chin. And if you see it on camera, okay, don't tell me. There's gonna come a day where the very first one pops out, I'm sure. Let's see, was I close? Oh, I was a little off. But that's okay. Close enough. Wow, I've got a lot of get all the little bits and pieces out. And you see how easily they fall out, and that's thanks to the precision base plate. If you are struggling with your intricate dies, do yourself a favor and just get your hands on one. We sell them. Maybe your local craft store sells them. If they do and you've got a local craft store, go there and grab it. You'll be so happy. So now I have 2 to make a doily. And you've seen how they take 2 and do half a doily on a page, on a card. Now I've got 2 to make half a doily. Or I've got two to make corners. Or I've got 1. Or I could cut 4 and I could have a full size doily. And I wanted you to see the scale, the difference between the 2. So there's something for everybody. Okay, that is the Contour Plus die. Now quickly, I need to move my Big Shot machine, and I need to bring up my big guy, my Plus machine. So I do have a new A4 embossing folder. It's really important that you see the difference. You're saying, why is it different? Well, first off, look at it, it's indexed. I'm very excited. My first embossing folder wasn't indexed. This one's indexed. Secondly, most embossing folders open top, flip up. Mine opens like a book, which is the way I always thought they should open, is like a book. Because then, if you want to do something longer than the length of the embossing folder, you've got all of this with you. Just keep sliding it on up. If you need to do something 24 inches by 8 inches wide, you now can, because the embossing folder opens like a book. Oh yeah, baby. And it's indexed, which means it's got the black on it to show you the pattern. That means that when you put your paper in it, you can see what you're doing. Let's see, where's my paper for embossing? I know I pulled out some sheets. Oh, let's just take a pretty orange. However, it does require a bigger machine. It does require a Plus or a Pro. So I have got my Sizzix Plus machine. I've got my platform that it comes with. I have got my shim that it comes with that shows you just for embossing folders. So if you have this machine, you can use it for everything. You can use it for small embossing folders. You can do all of the dies I've already shown you on this machine, but you also can do larger. Do we sell it? Yes. Do we sell it on sale? Yes. Is it still kind of pricey? Yes. So if you can afford it and you really want it, awesome. If you need to put it on a wish list and have everybody pitch in at your birthday so you can get it, completely understandable. I've sandwiched it between 2 clear plates just like we normally would, and then I'm going to send it on through. And it rolls like butter. Can you see my hand rolling? It rolls like butter. I love this embossing folder. This embossing folder took months and months and months. Gosh, I hope you can see that. I love, love, love this embossing folder. And the price is $8.99. Yes, $8.99. So you could take some of the things we did earlier with the cards and you could roll that. Let's say you just cut. We could then take our frames and cut our frame with the embossing and do that on our card. I can't tell you how many options you have with the flip side. But I also want to show you what else we can do with this embossing folder. I have got clear acetate. Clear acetate. Plastic. We sell it 25 sheets for like $13.99. You want to do fun shaker cards? Emboss your clear acetate. You want to make beautiful overlays for your cards? Emboss it in clear acetate. Same thing, my base, my shim, my do not cut plate, and then my top plate, and I'm just going to roll it on through. Clear acetate. Let me see if I can put a piece of paper behind it. Hopefully you will be able to see. It is beautifully embossed. Are you making Christmas presents? Are you making boxes? Because this will also die cut. It will die cut. And the die from Moments to Memories that does the A4 or the A2 box holds all the dies that I'm showing you today. You could do the box out of the acetate and then put your cards in it. It's just lovely. It's absolutely beautiful and adds a whole nother element and dimension to what you are working on. So this is my newest A4 embossing folder, and I love the fact that it opens like a book. I remember years ago telling you that we would cut because it would open. Regular embossing folders open like open like this. We would cut here and put painter's tape here so we could make it a book fold. Ha ha ha, it's a book fold now. And I do believe I'm the very first on the market to do that. I think I am. I hope I am. I'm excited. If somebody else has done it, well, good for you too. Smart for thinking outside the box. Way to go. And if nobody else has, wahoo kachoo. But I think crafters are going to love having book fold. It just makes life easier because then you have all of this room to work with if you want to slide things up and down. So that is the embossing folder. All right, I'm going to move this one back out of my way again because it's kind of big. And I'm going to start with the storyboards, and then I'm going to show you all the samples that the girls have done. And I have to tell you, we have to all give Elena props because this was a lot of work to do for these storyboards. So we have the flip side, and this is Spring Sanctuary. And did I say that right? I think we've got it wrong, but that's okay. I think we put it in there wrong. We've got, so 2 ways. Here you've got the swoosh, no swoosh. Here you've got it with the swoosh. Here you've got just the swoosh. Here you've got the swoosh cut out. Here you've got a frame with the swoosh. You've got the 2 individual pieces. All the different things, well, some of the different things that you can do with this set. And that's one of the horizontal. The next horizontal is Mosaic Briar. And here we have our first one. And then again with this is taking the frames and cutting the frames out and leaving the swoosh. Here's just using the swoosh by itself. Here's cutting 2 pieces and not cutting in the swoosh. Here we've cut in the swoosh. And all the different pieces that you can do. And everything from this set will mix and match with this set. 2 sets gives you an amazing amount of different things to be done. Then we have the vertical sets. And this is Vintage Rose. So Vintage Rose. So even though it's packaged like this, they actually go like that. And you can see from the packaging. So here we have without any swoosh. Here we have with a swoosh. Here we have the swoosh all by itself. Here we have the swoosh with the frames cut out, the 2 frames. Here we've got individual pieces, all done from one set. Our next vertical set. Oh, okay. You've got the 1, I think Elena was getting tired. 2 here, 2 here. You can see how we've got both of them, same. Here is corners. Here cut in and out. But then Elena went above and beyond. And she put together, so let me just grab a blue. This is taking 2 of them and putting them together side by side. Here you go. She made flashcards of some of the different things and some of the different combinations that can be done with the swoosh, without the swoosh, mixing and matching. This is using 2 sets to get all of that. But then she also did this one. Here we've got some vertical. Oh. We've got embossed with a swoosh. Embossed paper with a swoosh. Embossed on the bottom, not on the top with a swoosh. Embossed with both of my embossing folders. This is the original rose and this is the newest one. Elena has just put together a tremendous amount of cuts to try and give you the best opportunity to see all the different things that these sets will offer you. So far she hasn't put any swooshes in. Oh, there we go. So using the same top and bottom with the swoosh, same top and bottom with the swoosh, same top and bottom and the same swoosh. Really, like I said, the opportunity is endless for these. And then we've got the Contour Plus. So this is what they look like all by themselves. If all you do is cut them exactly how they're meant to be cut, this is how they look all by themselves. But of course, she went a lot further than that. Here's a half doily. Here's the full doily. Half doily. So you have here's the quarter. Here's the half. There's the full. So if you're a scrapbooker, you're loving this right about now. Here's the quarter. Here's the half. Here's the full. The one that I played with, the quarter, the half, the full. This is the heart, the quarter, the half, and the full. We've got the two that are just a half. So this is two put together. And this one you line up and cut twice and it makes a full circle. And then we have, last but not least, the quarter, which everybody says looks like an owl. The half. And then the full. And this is a pretty big die. So if you're into mixed media, altered art, scrapbooking, you're gonna love having the opportunity to do a quarter, a half, or a full. And then like I said, all the dies in the sets will fit into the original A2 box that we did last year. Moments to Memories. A2 box. But you do need to have a plus machine to make this box work. So when it's all folded up, the cards that you make will fit right into it. And if you haven't seen that YouTube, you can go back and find it, and I show you how to put the box together and what you do with all the extra pieces we gave you. Because there is 24 dies in the set. There's only one die out of the 24 you need a plus machine for. Everything else will go through your Big Shot machine just fine. Okay, and then we have, last but not least, the samples of the Simply Refined new embossing folder, Contour Plus embossing folder, $8.99. Woohoo Kachoo. So Elena sanded with Coordinations paper. She embossed it and sanded it. Here's a debossed on white if you don't want to. If it embosses, and then if you turn it around, it's a deboss. I have it on the acetate. I have it just as a regular piece of paper, embossed, or turn it around, it's debossed. Here it is sanded on Coordinations paper. Here it is done on glitter paper. Here it's done on my bedazzled paper. And again on Coordinations to give you that beautiful sanded look. And that is my A4 Contour Plus embossing folder. Now I have samples from the girls. Let's start with Kathy. Showed this card on Facebook. She used the doilies to do it. Absolutely gorgeous. Let me push some of the stuff out of the way. She used my must-haves ovals to make her mountains for zip lining. I think this card is so cute. She cut herself out. She's zip lining. And she used the flip side dies for below. So she used my must-have ovals to do those. You've got a swoosh, part of a swoosh up here. Oh, I think this is Kathy too. Yes, it is. Oh my goodness, Kathy, this is gorgeous. Look at that. And she used the Contour Plus doilies as fans for her her layout here. It's absolutely gorgeous. Gosh, did you go there, Kathy? That's beautiful. Then we have Doris. So Doris did kind of a guy card where she'd used the bottom and she used the swoosh, but she didn't cut into the top. And then we say she used my must-haves rectangles to do the center, to do the inside. So here's Doris. Here is also Doris. Again, she used my must-haves rectangles. She's got different top and bottom. She's got a swoosh, so she used a background paper for the swoosh and then cut out the top and bottom in black and layered it. And then she's used my must-haves rectangles for the center. Here we have Doris. And again, she used a doily die for a corner to put her little tag. And then we open it. Look at how good I've been, Doris. She's used the embossing folder here. She's used the must-haves rectangles, and she's used one of my Simply Defined Happy Birthdays. And this is Doris. Last but not least, we have a layout from Doris. Absolutely gorgeous. You've got your dies down here, the flip sides down here. She's fussy cut. She's got the doily dies up here, and she cut it twice and shadowed it. Absolutely beautiful. What a gorgeous travel page. This is Doris. Then we move on to Miss Claire. And Claire also did a guy card because you have that. You have the little more geometric, so you can get away with doing a guy card. This is Claire. Then we've got a little frilly hello. That's Claire. She didn't cut anything into here. She just used pattern paper. Remember how I said you can leave it plain. You just can leave it plain and it's beautiful. Claire. Here we have a mixed media from Claire. She cut into the flowers. That came out of one of the dies that's like from the flip side. So there's Claire. Oh, Claire was busy. How beautiful is that? So she took and she reorientated it because this die is supposed to go horizontally, and she made it go vertically. And then another from Claire. Beautiful, huh? Just gorgeous. And then last, Claire did a layout, and she used the heart doilies to make the frame for her horse Bella. And she's got the heart doilies over here. And I mean, she just went to town on this. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Oh, and she's got a little journaling inside, and she made this into a pocket for her layout. But look at, she took 4 of the hearts to make a frame. And this is for her horse, Bella. Okay, Elena, not only did she do all of the storyboards, but Elena also did one of her luminaries. And I suppose I can put my light on. I don't know if you can see it, but Elena has done all 4 sides of just an inexpensive glass jar that you can get at the dollar store. And she's used my glimmer sheets to make it happen. And what a beautiful centerpiece. That's Elena. When she had the time, I have no idea, because the girls do this on their time. They make these samples off of work hours. They do it on their time. Michelle, I love this. You are my sunshine. That is such a happy card. This is Michelle. And she used the top and bottom. She used the flip side. And how lovely is this? It's just kind of serene. And that's Michelle. And then Michelle took packing paper. We must have got a box in that had packing paper. And she had the letter V, and it's a wood V. And she embossed it with my embossing folder and then inked it. And then because Michelle's last name starts with the letter V and she's French, hence the reason for the fleur de lis. And just darling, using just packing paper that came in one of our boxes. So if you get Amazon or whatever, and they have packing paper, and she just Mod Podged it right onto a letter V that was wood that she got, who knows, probably Michael's, and inked after she embossed, and then adhered it to her letter V. How cute is that? I told her she needs to do one that says SMS. All right, then we have Yvette. Oh, we're almost there. Then we have Yvette. And Yvette took that doily die and did a whole circle. And then she took the innards, the inside pieces here, cut it out to make little flowers there. Isn't that so cute? She made little daisies out of this piece right there. It's darling, isn't it? And an Yvette bow. Then I have this one, which is absolutely gorgeous. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. This is Yvette. And she's got it on acetate, and she's got my clearly glitter behind it, and she's got my must-have rectangles there, and she's got the 2 dies from, I think it's Vintage Rose. I think that's the set that's in. And absolutely a beautiful, beautiful card. And then she made a tag. Woohoo. There you go. She made a tag. And used the doily die to hold her Scrapbooking Made Simple gift card. Okay, then we have Sharon. And I showed some of Sharon's cards also on Facebook. Hers are just beautiful and elegant and stunning. This is Sharon. Simple, but so pretty. All it is 2 die cuts, some ribbon, and a sentiment. Throw some pearls in the swoosh, and you're good to go. This is Sharon. Is that gorgeous? Oh, I hope I'm holding these. I forgot to hold them. I'm sorry. Sharon. And then remember I was telling you about the altered book. Sharon made this. She used them here from the flip side. She used them on the back for the flip side to decorate her book. But this is a work of art. It truly is a work of art. She's got tags. She's got the flip side here. She's got pockets using the doily dies. Pockets. She cut the doily die twice and shadowed it. You open it up. She's got the flip side here. She's got a doily there for another pocket. This is Sharon, and this is truly magnificent. This is her mini album, and it really is just an absolute total work of art. That's Sharon, and she is pretty much rock star. Last but not least, we have Belinda. And Belinda's altered art piece. This is so Belinda, but she used the doilies and she had fun. Belinda. And then Belinda's last piece, I think, is almost too big for me to fit, but she made a banner that says eggs, and she's used the doilies as corners for Easter. She's got the little bunnies, and I mean, it's bright, it's happy, it's fun, and it is absolutely Belinda. I love this. This is just happiness. All right, so that's what we have for you today. I know it's a lot. Let me tilt up just a little bit more. Okay, so this is the latest release from Simply Refined, called The Flip Side. And it has the 4 dies that are sold as a bundle for $59.99, or you can buy them individually for $19.99. It has the Contour Plus doily die for $29.99, which you all know is an incredible price. You know that. And then it has the A4 embossing folder for $8.99. That opens like a book. Revolutionary. So happy with it. Where are you going to find all of these great products? Well, the only place to find these is Scrapbooking Made Simple. These are my products, so we're the only place that has them. Scrapbookingmadesimple.com. Thank you so much for hanging with me. I hope you had a great time and my voice got through. So whatever was in that tea, rock star. All right, you guys, it's me, Stacey. I will see you next week. Bye. Scrapbookingmadesimple.com. Bye.